Hello, my love. Welcome to Convos for A Bubbly Life. I'm your host, Tiara, aka T, and I love to live a life that is bubbly, meaning an extraordinary life by your own design. On this podcast, we explore the journey of creating the life of our desires. So let's get to it. The other day, I heard this intention, this phrase, however you want to put it. My presence is expensive. I'll say it again. My presence is expensive. And I've been ruminating on this intention, this thought for a couple of days. And, it feels luxurious. It feels decadent. And I'm in love with it. And so I am bringing it in and I'm thinking about what does this really mean? What does it, breaking it down for me and my system and how I walk through the world with this intention. So I am recognizing as I'm, coming back to my presence is expensive, how things have shown up for me through other people just simply because they're like, oh, we want you, I want to hang out with you. So, you can stay with me, or I'm going to hang out with you, or thank you for showing up. I bought you a drink, or, you seem pretty cool. I'm buying you a drink, whatever. And I literally experienced it last night. I was walking around, and I wandered into this bar and I was like, all right, this kind of has a kind of a cool vibe, looking around just to find people to hang out with, or who would be cool people to kind of whatever. So I get on the dance floor and I'm dancing a little bit, end up walking over to the bar, and the people that I was dancing with, they were there and they were like, hey, and one of the song, the wobble jumps on, and I'm like, oh, I always hate it when a song that I really like I love, whenever the wobble comes on, I will be the first one on the dance floor shaking it and teaching people how to do it. So I'm there and I'm like, oh, let's do it anyway. And so we're doing it at the bar and I'm like, wobble baby. And I'm getting it. And they were like, oh my gosh, you're so fun. I'm going to buy you a drink. And I'm like, oh, thank you. And so I recognize this, looking back, okay, this is a prime example of my presence is expensive. It's not it's an expensive drink, but when I put out who I authentically am, who I truly, how I like to be and just show up as purely me, having fun and enjoying life, it comes back. All that good energy putting out comes back to us, right? And so this is an invitation for you. Say, okay, my presence is expensive. What is my presence, right? Who am I truly? How am I showing up? Am I showing up authentically as I am that brings happiness to me? Or am I showing up as what I think other people would want from me, right? Because that is a different energy and a different vibration. And yeah, there are some times where I feel the expectation of being that person and having to jump up and dance and do whatever. And then when I do that, it's not as fun as when I'm just oh yeah, this is fun. This is what I want to do, right? And so I could be doing the exact same action, if you will, jumping out and doing the wobble in front of everybody, but coming from a place of this is my jam and this is fun and I want to dance, versus oh, okay, well, they expect me to do it. Okay, now I have to put on a show, right? When we don't have to put on a show, right? We are we don't have to bring anything to the table because we are the table, right? So coming into that space of my presence is expensive. It is my true authentic self showing up as what brings me the most joy, what lights me up the most, that will reciprocate that energy. That energy will be reciprocated through the universe. People will, show up for you in a way that you have not seen before. So this is the moment where we are going out and experiencing the expensiveness, the luxury, the decadence of life, right? I've said it before that this is like my intention is to experience the decadence of life. That is a part of living an extraordinary life for me. So what does living an extraordinary life for you look like? How are you wanting to show up for yourself and the world that brings you joy, that brings you like extraordinary feeling? What does that feel like? How does that resonate in your body? Can you sit and just breathe into my presence is expensive? And what is that juiciness, frequency, like how does that resonate within you? I can kind of like feel it in the belly, the sacral chakra area, just like nice warm vibrations. It's pretty yummy, right? So let's set the intention together. Breathe in and out. In and out. One more time. In and out. In this moment, we are coming into a space where we are setting the intention that our presence is expensive. In this, we are showing up as our true, authentic selves in any moment, in any day, in every moment of every day. We are tapped into who we truly are and show it to those around us, show it to ourselves and the world. We are deeply connected with our highest self, with our guides, the universe, God, whatever support system that we believe in. We are an open channel to it, and we know who we are. And we get to show up in the world as ourselves, because there is no better me, there is no better us than me. We are powerful, we are strong, we are extraordinary. And as we show up as our true divine selves, the universe provides. Our experience shows us our worth, for we are expensive, and we get to experience the decadence of life, the juiciness in life, the luxury in life, and it feels so good. We have the permission to be who we are divinely guided to be. And as we show up, more greatness, more extraordinary experiences show up for us, because our eyes are open to experiencing the extraordinary. We are phenomenal beings living an extraordinary life in this human body. This divine spirit within us is fully guided and capable of experiencing anything and everything that we desire. So we are here to live a bubbly life, an extraordinary life designed by us. All right, friends, thank you so much for listening. Remember, you can always go to www.abubbly.life/luxury living to check out what we've got going on. We're now accepting signing up for the membership. So if the membership is something that you would like to be a part of, please join us. It is going to be an organic and growing space. So just know, if you are ready to step into the guidance, to step into really living an extraordinary life, really living a bubbly life, this is the place for you to be. Know that while you have to do your own energy work, you have to go through your own journey and setting your own intentions and your own mindset, but you don't have to do it alone. And that's what this space is about, right? It's holding sacred space to create the extraordinary for yourself. Because you are doing the work, my friend. We are just here and as this divine support system, this accountability squad, helping you take radical self-responsibility for living an extraordinary life in this space. So I'm super excited for the membership. Super excited to have you there and for us to grow and expand and learn and connect together. There's also space for mentorship if you want a more one-on-one journey. I'm happy to facilitate that for you. You can look into that as well at the www.abubbly.life/luxury living. And then if you're just like, I want some wine, I got that for you too. So check that out as well as my Amazon favorites list and see if there's anything that helps you feel more luxurious, more decadent, and more extraordinary. And with that, I will say ta-ta for now, and I will catch you on the next one. Thank you so much for listening and sharing. Bye-bye. Mwah.